Hi, my name is Lachelle. I'm with PeacePath Counseling in Texas. I'm an LPC associate supervised by Kimberly Harkey. An LPC associate is a counselor who is supervised by someone who's more senior in their licensure. I'm still under supervision. The way that licensing works for counselors, at least in Texas, is you go and you get your master's degree. While you're in your master's program, you do clinical supervision still. You get those hours, and then you graduate and you take a national exam in between, like either before you graduate or after you graduate. It's very difficult, not fun. So you take that exam, and then you graduate. You find a licensed supervisor. You submit your license application with them, and then they give you an LPC associate license, hopefully. So then you have to get 3,000 direct hours before you can be an LPC, so just a licensed professional counselor without supervision. So I'm working on my 3,000 hours. So while I'm still under supervision, I have worked in the mental health field for 7 years. I initially started working with adults that had bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, and major depressive disorder. I worked with some adults with autism, not a whole bunch, but some. Probably more than I've honestly realized, just because that is so underdiagnosed. So I worked with people with autism, adults with autism, and then adults with like varying other mental health concerns. So yeah, I did that for many years. When I was getting my clinical hours, when I was in my graduate program, I worked with victims of homicidal violence, so I specialize in grief. And then I also interned at the Women's Center, co-facilitating groups. And then I also interned at a emergency psych hospital, kind of. It was more of a treatment center, not a hospital. So I did that for a while. Even after I graduated, I still helped there. I worked with a lot of people who were suicidal, having hallucinations that were putting themselves or others at risk. And I found that I really love working with people who do have hallucinations, love helping them through those, love working with people who are suicidal and helping them through those thoughts too. So my internships actually ended up being my passions, which I did not expect. So after I did that, I switched to working with children who were coming out of crisis, once again, crisis, and they were also involved with DFPS. So these were some more high-risk kids, just due to certain situations in life. So I did that for about a year, and then I decided to take some time for myself, open my own practice, and here I am today at PeacePath Counseling. So yeah, I look forward to teaching y'all more about therapy. And if you are in Texas, you're struggling with grief, you're struggling with loss, you're struggling with suicidal thoughts. If you're having immediate suicidal thoughts and want to hurt yourself, please call 988. But if you're having like passive thoughts, you don't want to act on them, and you're in Texas and you want to start therapy, feel free to reach out to me. I do not accept insurance just because I am an LPC associate, but I do have flat rate, and then I have sliding scale if that's something that you need. I'm not afraid to talk about finances, so please let me know. But yeah, so I plan on using this channel to talk about therapy and all the things about therapy and teach y'all some cool stuff. And yeah, if you have questions, let me know. If you're in Texas and you want to start therapy, please go to my website, www.peacepathcounseling.com, to schedule an initial consult. But I look forward to getting to know all of y'all, and if y'all have any questions, let me know. Thanks.